In 1973, after a few years' hiatus from the rock and roll world, Vanda and Young made a key decision to channel their by now multitudinous talents into a production company, Albert Productions. Since 1973, they have dominated the music scene in Australia, writing or producing hits for people such as Steve Wright, John Paul Young, who had a major hit called Love Is in the Air, which, by the way, Vanda and Young composed, AC/DC, and the Angels, to name just a few. Some well-known, others the temporary invention of Vanda and Young. Which brings the focus right back to Flash in the Pan. Vanda and Young brought their highly varied talents and ideas about rock and roll together in one brilliantly conceived project, which they called, every pun intended, Flash in the Pan. The notion was to create a rock poet of the streets, Flash in the Pan, and develop a total rock and roll sound, one that was commercial yet unique, steeped in mystery but immensely accessible. Flash in the Pan, a style of music, a kind of playing, says George Young, is also a way of thinking. Rock and roll has made social commentary in the hands of some of the best English groups such as the Kinks, the Beatles, and the Stones and onward. And Flash in the Pan is still in the vanguard of that tradition. This album, the first of many Flash projects, draws on every aspect of Vanda and Young's musical ability. Harry Vanda comments.
We were very bored with the whole concept of writing the accepted song, doing things in the accepted way. Some of the good ideas, or at least what we regarded as good ideas for songs and concepts, songs where we tried to put a point across, they came over a series of years. We did not use those songs, we just said them until we thought it was right to do something for ourselves. So you could say that some of the songs or some of the concepts were fairly old.
In the wheel of turning circles, in an orbit of the moon, through a maze of moving pathways, there floats a spinning spoon. In spite of its existence, a test of weary heads. A marker for the new man. The road ahead. In the middle of the star swarm, an overfill of life. There be a blinkered star child, balanced on a knife. Lost to all the glory. Inward looking eyes. Extroverted hero. Losing paradise. In the wheel of turning circles, in an orbit of the moon, through a maze of moving pathways, there floats a spinning spoon. A test for middle of the stars born, an overflow of light. There be a blinker star child, balanced on a night, lost in all the glory, inward looking eyes, extroverted hero, losing first and last, first and last, first and last, first and last man.
People are aware the phenomena of disco has taken the music world by storm over the past couple of years. However, we now have two definitive music camps, the rockers and the disco people, very reminiscent of the mods and rockers sensation in England during the 1960s. I asked Harry Vanda if he was not just making a little bit of fun of disco as we listen to the beat of the African Shuffle.
The African Shuffle is a little bit of a dig, I would say. It's a fun song, but it's a fun song with a difference. When something comes along, we're all bound to jump on the bandwagon, and, I'd say disco at the moment would be the trend, that sort of thing, that sort of feel. And everybody just blindly follows, that's now the thing. So we're just having a gentle poke at it. It's not a nasty poke.
Well, it's there at the doorway and out in the street. Drives down the highway and aims at their feet. It sneaks in the bathroom and plays in the bed. Sits down to breakfast and shouts out instead. Upsets the rhythm of butter and bread. And it's fun for the head. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, the African
concept of the actual cover, I think it's one of those covers that will mean to everyone what they want to see into that particular cover. I think it associates with the music very well, just the visuals of it.
Up above the sunny skies in South California, there's a wounded rocket flying high, heading homeward. It came from a hollow under a hill, and soon there'll be nobody left to kill in California. Last night, Captain Black was dancing at the Whiskey A Go-Go. When a well-known groupie knocked him back, busted his ego. Stoned out of his head, he crawled off to bed. The following morning, he went to the pad. The missile was standing, pointing to the skies of California. California. The red balloon was flying high, watching the weather. Captain Black was trying hard to get it together. Immediate names came into his brain. A rocket from China, a Russian plane. He pushed the wrong button, and soon there'll be no place called California. California.
California, I would say, is far more specific as far as the lyrics are concerned. You could listen to that song and you know what it's all about straight away, because I think we are giving a clearer picture there. What we're trying to say is basically somebody screwing up rather badly, which in these days and times is very well possible. I mean, people will make mistakes, and with all this lethal weaponry that we have at our disposal, I'd say there is a good chance that one day somebody will. And that's what this song's all about.
One wonders when observing the back of the Flash in the Pan album cover if all the people have indeed disappeared to California. We'll be back in just a moment.